Alright guys, today we are going to work with cylinders. Okay, cylinders are almost like our prisms except that we will always have circles as the bases instead of different shapes and different polygons. So they actually end up being a little bit easier because you know that you are always working with a circle. Okay, no change to that. As far as the formulas go, you're going to notice those are very close as well. The only difference is we don't have perimeter when it comes to circles. We call the perimeter circumference. Okay, so that would be the only change though. It's circumference times the height of the cylinder. Okay, then we take that lateral area plus 2 times the area of the base. And then we take area base times the height of the cylinder. So as far as the formulas go, the nice thing is we're actually going to use basically the same ones we used yesterday. Again, just interchanging the perimeter for the cylinder on it. Okay, so if we go ahead and jump into the examples then, because there's not a lot of extra stuff here. The only 2 things you're ever going to need for these cylinders is you need to know the radius and you need to know the height. That's the only 2 things you'll need. So again, less things for you to try and find at the same time, which does make it a little bit easier for us as well. So the first one that you guys have, it actually gives you a diameter of 15 and it gives you a height of 18. Okay, yours is turned on its side. Again, does not matter. We treat it the same way. Okay, so first thing we've got to find is circumference. Remember, there's 2 formulas for circumference, either pi diameter or 2 pi r. In this case, since we're given diameter, I'll use pi diameter, which means it's going to be 15 pi. Height then is going to be 18. When we're multiplying, again, just multiply the regular 2 numbers together and we'll attach the pi at the end. So you'll end up with 270 pi. All of these answers should have pi in them, okay, when you're finding lateral area, surface area, and volume. Okay, for the surface area, again, we'll just take the 270 down here. Now, area of our base is a circle, so it's pi r squared. Okay, so that means in this case 15 is the diameter, so 7.5 would be the radius. Okay, again, if you want to just use it as 7.5 initially here, you can. And then we'll change it to a fraction at the end. Okay, so again, you can put the 270 plus 2 times 7.5 squared in your calculator. And you'll end up with, again, change it into a fraction, you'll get 765 over 2, and then we'll just attach the pi to it. Okay, again, pi has to be with fractions, as do square roots. And then the last one we have is the area of the base again, which is your 7.5 squared pi, times your height. Okay, our height again was 18. Again, put the numbers in the calculator, change it into a fraction, and you'll get 2025 over 2 pi. So again, very similar to yesterday, just using our circle stuff instead of working with different polygons. Alright, next one we have a cylinder with a radius of 11 and a height of 5. You really, if you have those 2 pieces, you do not need a picture. But if you like to draw one, then feel free to draw one. Okay, circumference again is 2 pi r. So if 11 is my radius, that 2 times that would be 22. So my circumference would be 22 pi. Height would be 5. Okay, go ahead and multiply those together and you'll end up getting 110. Again, attach the pi. Okay, for the LA, we'll take the 110. Again, area is pi r squared. So if 11 is my radius, I square that, I'd end up with 121 pi. Put the regular numbers in the calculator and you'll end up with 352. And then again, just attach the pi at the end. Area of base we found was our 121 pi. Height is what we used up here, which is our 5. Multiply those together and you'll end up with 605 pi. So again, not too bad to work with, I think, especially once you get the hang of it. Usually these ones kids end up being able to fly through a little bit quicker just because the base is always the same. Okay, if the base isn't changing, it does make things a little bit easier for us. Last one, we have a diameter of 7 feet and a height of 10. So again, this one gives us diameter and height. Okay, so for circumference, it's pi diameter, so that would give us 14 pi. Height would be the 10, which would give us 140 pi for that one. Carry the 140 pi down. 2 times the area of your base, so if 14 is diameter, that means 7 would be the radius. 7 squared would give us 49. Okay, put that in the calculator and you end up with 238. Last but not least, you'd use your 49 pi. And we'd get our height, which was 10. So you end up with 490 pi. All right. So again, just a few cylinder ones. And then we got one last one where we're going to work backwards, okay, to solve for a different piece. All right, so for this one, it says if the lateral area of a cylinder is 126 pi and the height is 9 centimeters, find the radius. So we're working backwards to solve for the R. Okay, so they give us lateral area, which means we want to start with our lateral area formula, which is circumference times height. Fill in what you know. You know your lateral area is 126 pi. Circumference, we don't know it because we don't know radius, but we are going to write down the formula for it. Okay, and we want to use 2 pi r because they asked us to find radius, not diameter. Okay, and then the height they tell us is 9. So we want to work backwards to solve for the r. Okay, so if I combine my like terms on the other side, 2 times 9 gives me 18 pi r. So we want to divide by the 18 pi to get rid of it. And divide by 18. And I think you end up with 7 for your radius on that one. Okay, so again, just working backwards. You can work backwards with both lateral area. You can do it with surface area, but we won't because it forces you to factor. And then we could do it with volume because you don't have to factor with that one. You can just do a square root with that one. All right, so have a great rest of your day. Tomorrow you'll just work on a worksheet practicing prisms and cylinders some more. So we have a hang of that, and then we'll have a quiz over just prisms and cylinders. And then we'll move into our other shapes, which are pyramids, cones, and spheres are the other ones that we're going to be looking at. All right, have a great rest of your day.